Hello there, welcome to the Book Person. Welcome and subscribe. This is a brand new channel where I'm going to be doing an overview of books. Okay? Books, not a review, an overview. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. So without further ado, today we're going to do an overview of this book here, Dodger by Sir Terry Pratchett. In my opinion, and this is all my opinion, an amazing book. Okay, so this book is part of the Discworld series. Okay, Discworld. Now, as you know, Discworld is a world that holds up a parallel mirror to our own world. So everything is mixed up, everything is different. Now, quickly, this world is normally full of witches, wizards, odds and ends, mad plans, and whimsical fantasies. Okay. This book, however, is more grounded. Okay. So, give me a sec while I read this blurb to you. Dodger is a tosher, a sewer scavenger living in the squalor of Dickensian London. Everyone who is nobody knows him. Anyone who is anybody doesn't. He used to know his future. It involved a lot of brick-lined tunnels and plenty of filth. But when he rescues a young girl from a beating, things start to get really messy. Now everyone who is anyone wants to get their hands on Dodger. Okay. So, from this cover, you can understand that this is our protagonist, Dodger. Okay, and from the blurb I've just read you, Dodger is a tosher. Now, this is not a spoiler. A tosher in ye olde London is a person that goes in the sewers, mucks about, and looks for things that people have dropped. So it could be a few coins, it could be a ring, but because it's dropped and nobody's looked for it, it's fair game. Okay, so Dodger as a character. Let's have a look at Dodger as a character, right? Now, Dodger as a character is what you'd call a rascal. A rascal, okay? A scallywag. A cheeky chappy, right? He's the kind of chap that's like Jack Sparrow. You wouldn't mind if he stole off you. You see what I'm getting at? He could pinch your wallet and just give him a cuff round the ear. Nothing to do with it. And maybe you would consider subscribing some more to the channel. That would really be helpful. But anyway, this is a book. Now, if I open this book here, this is a sketch. Can you see? A sketch of Dodger. So I'm going to put this down for a minute. So let's talk seriously. Dodger is a torture. Dodger is a young lad trying to make his way. And he only sees one way of life. He only sees the toshing. So scrabbling in the sewer to make ends meet. He doesn't want to be rich, but he doesn't want to be poor. Now, in the book, he finds himself within, let's see, a golden opportunity. A windfall has fallen into his lap. But it's not just any windfall. It is a windfall that's going to cost him a lot more if he doesn't get his skates on. Okay. Now the character of Toshe is very important. because it's essentially about a story about a boy who's been given a chance to get out of his situation into a better situation, out of his means, that would be out of his means before. Okay, so this is, now let me reiterate, this is not a review, no. This is an overview, okay, an overview. And an overview, I try not to give any spoilers away. Suffice it to say, there are plenty of characters in the book that are historically known. So there is Dodger, as in, the Artful Dodger, the world famous criminal, pickpocket, all this. Right. There is the coppers in Britain. So we know them today as the police. But they used to be known as the Bow Street Runners, the Peelers, run by, what was his name? Was it Sir Robert Peel? It probably was. But before, the police were run by a bunch of common thugs, from what I understand. And then military men came in, took over the whole joint, and Sir Robert Peel was one of them who got it all organised. Then there is Solomon. Now Solomon is a person in the book who essentially looks after Dodger. He's not his guardian, but he simply owes Dodger a favour. And he's helping Dodger manage his cleanliness, hygiene, food intake, this kind of thing. So it's a tit-for-tat basis. Now, who else is there? There are the waifs and strays, so there's a lot of talk about people coming up from the countryside to find a better life in London, and then people taking advantage, getting them up the duff, and then they end up in the River Thames because they can't handle the stress or the fatigue or going back home after running away. This is talked about quite a bit in the story. Okay? Now, what else? There's also reference to Punching Judy. You'll see that in the book if you decide to buy the book. There's also quite a few references to how governments work. And the way that Terry does this is that he does it in a very loose way. He doesn't pull any punches, but he holds a mirror up to it, like I said, with his Discworld series. And even though this is a Discworld novel, wait, let me confirm, is this a Discworld novel exclusive bonus material? Harold Price, he always comes up smelling the roses. Solid. In my head, this is a Discworld novel, alright? Just accept it. Now, in here, it will tell me where this comes up in the Discworld. If that does not matter, come on. Well, in my head, it's a Discworld novel. It's like, there's another book like this, where it's Discworldy, but not essentially fully linked to the Discworld. And that is Nation. And if you want an overview of Nation, you can let me know in the comments down below. So, let's go over what we talked about. We talked about Dodger and his overall character. He's a scallywag. He's a cheeky chappy with a heart of gold who you wouldn't mind being robbed by. There's Solomon who helps him out. There is the great Peel, Sir Robert Peel, who's back then ran the police after the Bow Street Runners left or got converted, right? And then there's a plethora of other characters. But those are what I feel are the ones. Oh, one more thing. They talk quite a lot about because a lot of this book is spent in the sewers, because like I said before, Dodger is a tosher, his career is in the sewers. They talk quite a lot about the Romans, because as we all know, well, from popular history, the Romans built the sewers and had a goddess, who's known as the Lady of Rats, who was also their goddess of the sewers. Okay. Colachina, something like that. Okay, you know what I mean. Okay? So, that is my short overview of this here. Terry Pratchett, Dodger. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. It's free. And if you want to keep up to date with the channel, well, why not ring ding ding that notification bell? Do yourself a favor. Just hit it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I will see you guys on the next video.